Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry I'm late. My dog took forever going potty. Let me move this back a little bit so there's room here in front of me. Hi, everybody. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. I don't know. I think there's only 2 people here right now. But hi. Hi, Sam. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jen. So glad to see you guys. Okay. So, you guys, this is our class. This is our 3rd class. Yay. Today we are going to talk about the magician. Hi, Beverly. So nice to see you. So, you guys, before we start, I have an idea. Hi, Lisa. There's my Natalie. Woohoo! Awesome. Yes, we're talking about the magician. I'm so glad you're here, Natalie, because you are the best and you have so much insight. And I'm so happy that you're here. Yay. So you can help me and remind me of anything I forget because you are so good. Natalie is hands down. This is coming from somebody who's been reading tarot since I'm 15. Okay. I don't read tarot like traditionally like some people or other people. I don't stick to the spreads too much. I used to in the beginning. I read it my way and it works for me. And this is what I want you guys to do too. So I'm going to show you guys what works for me. And then you guys got to put your own spin on it and make it work for you, right? Okay. But I want the best outcome ever for you guys. So what are we doing here? We're learning how to read tarot intuitively, right? Okay. Let's pull in some earth medicine. Let's pull in some energetic help, right? So the best stones, you guys, the best stones. No, it is true, Natalie. The best stones for working with your intuition are the purple stones. Okay. So I brought in a few. You guys go grab your purple stones. Okay. If you've got amethyst, here's a couple pieces of amethyst. I only have a few of my big pieces left here. They're all at the store, but here's this guy lives with me. He's not going to the store. But here's a chevron amethyst, regular light colored piece of amethyst. Grab your purple stones. I brought in a unicorn stone. This one's got some smoky quartz in it. Grab your lepidolite, even the lavender. Guess what? You guys remember how last night I was showing you guys yesterday, not last night, sorry, yesterday, during the readings, I was showing you guys the jade, right? I don't know if you guys that are here right now, we're all here, but usually always when I do a live, I always introduce some crystal medicine into the mix. I'm always spirit led to it. I ask before I come, what medicine do I need to educate on today? Okay. So yesterday we were talking about jade. I kept saying to my spirit guides, I'm like, which crystal do I talk about today? Which one? Hi, Jesse. Hi, Shellrock. Hi, Beachcomber. Judy's here. Yay, everyone's showing up. So excited you're here, you guys. Anyways, I was asking my guides, and they kept telling me my name. They kept repeating to me my name. And I'm like, duh, Jade. Okay. So I was showing you guys the piece of jade I have left here, which was a little green elephant, because all my stuff is at the store. I forgot about this. I have this little lavender jade. I forgot all about this. I forgot to show this last night. So I brought that in here too. So I've got the purple stones here, always followed up with a nice chunk of quartz just to amplify that. And that is just going to, and I'm going to ask that the energy of this be radiated out towards you guys as well, and that you guys can so you guys need to even outwardly, but inside your head, but even outwardly speak it. Say, I'm receptive to the energy of the purple stones, the intuitive stones. Just say I'm receptive, or I'm receiving the energy, so it knows where to go. Okay. All right. The other thing I have here is this, of course, this guy, because it doesn't go very far from me these days. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm still looking for the words. That's how amazing that is. I'm still looking for the words. You love your lavender mica. Yes, I sent Natalie a piece of lavender mica. I got myself a piece and it was so amazing. I had to send her a piece too. So I'm so glad. All right. So I've been making earrings all morning. I'm just going to brag a little bit about, and just going to show one of the pairs. There's like 30 of them in there, but this is what they look like. Aren't they cute? So they start out as wood and then I paint the back, seal it, and then I paint the front and I seal it with acrylic. So they're not breaking, hard as a rock. But aren't they cute? I don't have just owls. It's all kinds of things. Birds, dogs, elephants, cats. But owls are my favorite. So anyways, so cute, huh? I made a whole bunch of those. Those are going into the store. Yes. It's weird because while I was making those, you know how you put I don't know if you guys do this or not, but when I'm busy, I always like to have like background noise, unless I'm meditating. But so a lot of times I'll put like Natalie's readings or some other person's readings or some informative thing on to listen to. And I put it on autoplay. So when a video ends, the next one in queue will play. Well, it was auto playing, and a video about owls came on while I was making those owls. Synchronistic. So, okay, you guys, are we ready? Did I not bring? Oh, here it is. Let's call in the guides. So I am calling in the guides and protectors. I'm calling in my ancestors, higher light beings, angels, ancestors. Like I said, only of the love and light. Asking you to come and help me and everyone here collectively establish and maintain a solid, steady connection with the source, creator source, God energy. And we're asking for that amazing angelic protection, Archangel Michael, to put that protection around us while we are here so that we can remain divinely protected inside the source God energy always. So be it, and so it is. All right. You guys, I have to share an experience that I had. Woo, this is turned up too high. Okay. All right. So I haven't done this in a really long time. I don't know why. I think it was because my last experience doing this was really emotional and hard for me. But I used to work as a hospice, like nursing assistant or a care assistant as a hospice. When I was working in healthcare, that was the last type of healthcare job I ever did. And I worked as a caregiver in so many different capacities, in hospitals, in people's homes, in nursing homes, boarding homes, adult family homes. I did it for a long, long time. And the last thing I did in that career was work as a hospice nurse. Absolutely, hands down, the most rewarding position that I had in that career. Helping people transition was not just an honor. It was life-changing for me. I think that's when I decided to fully embrace myself, who I am and what I can do. And from that moment, I began to manifest a whole different life. In doing that, I became the Magician card. Okay. So today we're going to talk about the Magician. I'm going to tell you this last ending experience I had working as a hospice worker. Okay. I was taking care of a young man. He had been in a motorcycle accident. And he had been... There's somebody honking their horn outside. Sorry. Gizmo, come here. Okay, so he'd been in a motorcycle accident and he was paralyzed from the neck down. Well, his whole body was paralyzed. And when I first started taking care of him, he could make eye contact and he could move a little bit, not much, but his head a little bit, his eyes back and forth. Gizmo, come here. But for the most part, it was hard for him to communicate. So when I became his caregiver, he never wanted me to leave because I was the only one that could really express what he was thinking and what he needed and what he wanted. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Dean. So nice to see you. Hi, Noelle. Yay. So happy you guys are here and joining us. Anyway, so towards the end of his life, which was probably about the last 8 weeks, his condition, so sorry about my dog, his condition deteriorated to the point where they said that he had locked in syndrome or something like that, where they said that he was still conscious, but he could not like communicate at all. He couldn't communicate at all. But they were saying that he was, hi, Andrea. They were saying that he was still conscious inside his mind. And like I said, he never wanted me to leave. Like, he would yell at me in his head, don't go, don't go. And at the end of my shift, his mother would call me so frustrated, saying that he was crying nonstop, he was inconsolable. And then I would come and say what he was trying to say, and he would be okay. And so the family really relied on me a lot. But I'm just sharing this because it was the most amazing, I think the most amazing experience I've ever done. It was life-altering for me to be able to communicate with this person, to be able to talk about things that happened to him in his life that there's no way I could have known. And his family were just like in awe of me. That was, I guess, what opened my eyes to what I truly can do. Up until then, I felt very limited. I felt I shut myself down a lot. I hid aspects of myself from people. I filtered myself. I had to navigate through this world, to survive in a world where people like me are not real accepted, or weren't. You know, we were called crazy, and I didn't want to end up in a loony bin. So I filtered myself a lot, but I think it was that situation where I was able to communicate with this man. And basically what he always told me was that he wanted to die. Like, he was ready to go, and he would ask me to help him die, like things like that. And that was hard, because obviously I can't do that. You know, that was hard. What I could do was communicate with him, which was everything for him in the end. And from that, when I ended that job, when he passed, he was so happy. You guys, he was so happy. I mean, I heard his voice screaming through my head for hours after he passed. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. And he stuck around me for a long time. I thought he might end up one of my guides, but he's gone. He's gone since then. But this was life-changing for me. This is when I became who I am now. This is when I dropped all the filters and realized that there's so much more to who I am. And I started a new journey. I actually ended that career, and I started a new journey. So I became the magician, you guys, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So the magician card is card number 1 in tarot. The magician is the personification of, how am I going to put this? The personification of your own power that you have over your own life. How's that? Okay. That's what the magician, like the main essence is. Manifesting, manifestation. And this is the upright meaning, obviously, but the magician is a master director of the energies and ideas, and like a conduit between the things that are not physical and the things that are, right? So I've got my magician card here. You guys have, I hope you guys have your magician card sitting in front of you. I'm going to read what, I don't know if you guys have the same deck, but I'm going to read. And I brought, because the magician has many different levels, I brought a few of magician cards out of a few of my decks that I think are really cool in the book descriptions, or have extra that I want to share about magician. This one says the magician. Oh, let me put my glasses on. So the magician card is related to, or is associated with Mercury. Mercury is the mind, intelligence, the mind, right? The magician is associated with air element. Air element is also intelligence. So the magician is action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, creativity in the upright. Okay, let's talk about the symbols real quickly. Now, if you guys have the Rider-Waite version, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. Oh, let me back up just a quick minute here. Yes, Andrea, thank you. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And happy birthday to your son. I saw that you posted that on Facebook. Judy says, I'm so glad he's free. Me too. Me too. Literally, I couldn't have been more happy if I was blood related to this person. I spent a lot of time trapped in with him in a sense. Natalie says, I just got out of my Shadowscapes tarot. I'll bring the magician with me on my drive. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so you're getting ready to take off somewhere, Natalie? Okay. Well, hey, if you're still going to hang out with us while you're driving, you got to be careful, my sister. You make me nervous. Andrea says Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. Okay. Awesome. That's great information. Thank you. Okay. So let's look at the symbolism on this. Most magician cards are vaguely the same. She says, yeah, I'll go get my boy. I'll listen, but can't message. Leaving in about 2 minutes. Perfect. Just happy that you're here, sister. Just happy that you're here. So the symbology on the magician card. First thing I'm going to point out is that he's got one hand up and one hand down. This is in most magician cards. You'll see something like that, referring to as above, so below, bringing what's above down into the physical reality. This is manifestation. That is the symbol of the hand up and the hand down. The other symbols on this card are the symbol of infinity that is above his head, and the table in front of him has the elements. So that is the wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles. These representing wands representing fire, swords representing air, cups representing earth, and pentacles, cups representing water, and pentacles representing earth. Okay, what do these four things on the table in front of him mean? It is the aspects of emotions. Cups are emotions. Pentacles are tangible things. Wands are taking action, and swords are strategically thinking. So this sitting in front of a table in front of him, these are all the things that are at his disposal, using the ether, which is the infinity symbol above him, using that and what's in front of him in the table to manifest his reality, bring his reality to life, using those four things: intellect, your creativity, or the fire, which is the creativity, your emotions, taking into account your emotions, and the tangible things that you can create or manifest in your life as well. So that's the symbology on the card. A lot of times he's wearing like a cloak or something like that too. People say different things about that. To me, that's just kind of a symbology of symbolic of a magician, kind of. But when you get the magician card, it's like, it's an encouragement to like step into your power. It is taking the energy and the ideas that exist on the non-physical plane and directing them intentionally towards manifesting something, making something happen for yourself. Let's see. Just make sure I'm covering all of my notes here on that. Like I said, as above, so below. The magician card comes in to tell us that our thoughts create our reality. So I'm going to ask a few questions and get like some interaction. I understand if you can't, Natalie, but I have a few questions. Okay. My first question, and whoever wants to answer can. If you all do, I'm going to interact. This is important. Okay. So say that you are interested in trying a new hobby, but you're worried that either you're not going to be good at it, or that you're not capable of doing it, or you don't have the creativity in you or something like that, but you really, really love it and you really want to try it. And so you have this desire to embark on a new creative endeavor. Okay. That's where we start with the Fool, right? Because last week we did the Fool. So we've already begun our journey. We've decided to take this journey. So now introducing the Magician card is where we begin. It's the seed card. That's what I'm trying to come to. A lot of times you'll hear it be referred to as the seed card. As a matter of fact, I have a deck right here that really reflects that. Here you go. Right? So I want to read on this. Okay. The transformative magician is inspiring in a different way to the Fool. He shares the qualities of self-belief, bravery, and boldness, but uses them to achieve specific constructive ends rather than trusting in fate. So rather than sitting there saying, oh, I would really like to try this, I think that would be beautiful in my home. I love the way that this looks. I just don't think I could do it, but I really would like to try. I have the desire, it's there. Now it's time to plant the seed with the Magician card. This is intentions. Now, you guys know how I'm always saying intention is everything. Intention is everything. Okay, well, it starts right here with the Magician. Okay, the Magician, in order to become the Magician, you need to embody self-belief, bravery, and boldness. Those are the three main things you need to drive the intention. Okay. The Fool was a leap of faith. The Magician strides in the right direction. I like the way that's put. Being number one in this deck, he stands tall and strong, resolute, an individual who brings a specific something out of nothing, or a fertile void. The Fool's zero from all possibility comes a singular manifestation. This isn't sleight of hand conjuring, okay? So when you get the Magician card, this doesn't mean pulling a rabbit out of a hat. That's not what this means. This doesn't mean, in a very literal sense, in some readings, it could mean that. It could mean like literal, like magic. Usually it's going to come in a reverse form if it's going to be bad magic or something like that. Okay, that does come through that way. But really, the Magician card is actually an encouragement to step into your power. This, in a healing manner, reading tarot, the Magician is an encouragement to be that bold, be that brave person, and start planting seeds towards intentional creativity, of intentional manifestation. The Magician is intensely influential in that he influences intensely without gimmickry or illusion. His power comes from focusing the creative force of the source, so that's the as above, and acting as a conduit to the earth responsibility. The Magician either represents a purposeful, positive male teacher or indicates that we're ready to be an effective channel ourselves. Of course, it isn't feasible to control or manifest everything just by focusing, and we'll have to be realistic as well as optimistic. Reality is a complex, energetic web, a living internet, and no matter how we direct our will, some links will always be blocked or broken. But if we have a deep awareness of the bigger picture gained through interaction with our unseen companions, this is our guides, protectors, our helpers, and are prepared to put in the work, then we have the best chance of achieving what's right for us and the wider world. The most effective magic happens when we're dedicated to the greater community as well as our own being. That's why I'm here. Engaging in partnerships, not one-upmanship. Love that. When we act with altruistic intent, we flow with energy of creation, making an effective energetic circuit rather than blowing through selfish manipulation. This card encourages us to be in our power as individuals, but reminds us that we're stronger together, advocating power with rather than power over. So I always just really loved what this creator, her name is Poppy Palin, that created this deck. She is no longer with us. Poppy Palin, an amazing, amazing, beautiful person who manifested this amazing tool that I use all the time, decided to exit her life journey this time around because she was in a lot of pain. She had a chronic pain condition and some other health conditions. And her caregivers, which were her parents and her father, were all killed within a matter of like a month of each other. So she was left alone, and she was from over in Europe, over in the UK, and she couldn't take care of herself very well, and she decided she was done. But before she left this. And I just love her work so much. I call on her all the time when I'm using her deck. She definitely comes through for me. But that's Poppy. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple more here. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, here's the interaction that I'm asking for. You can respond if you want. Okay. Can you guys think of a time in your life? Now, you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. Just maybe just like the most recent, okay? Can you think of a time when you intentionally manifested something? When you intentionally made something happen by putting the action to it, setting the events and putting the action to it and manifesting. Because first of all, let me tell you something. Manifestation is not you sitting here going, I need money, I need money, I need money, I need money, I'm willing to receive money, I need money, I need my bills paid, that's not manifestation. And if that's what you think, just by sitting in meditation saying what you need, that's not going to happen. Manifestation doesn't fall in your lap. Very, very rarely does something fall in your lap. Manifestation takes work. It's not something that pops up out of air like people think magic is. No. Manifestation is a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you, Dean. Yes. Absolutely incredibly beautiful, beautiful human being and beautiful soul. But anyways, and let me explain to you what I mean by that. So I have this insatiable desire to make stuff with my hands. You can catch this girl on any day going down a rabbit hole on TikTok watching art videos. That's about all I watch on TikTok, spiritual and art stuff. And I'll get lost for hours watching people's art. Anyways, it's something I cannot help that about myself. I've always been artistic. It's like literally yesterday, it pained me to stop working for an hour to go to the store and get dog food and garbage bags. I'm like, come on, we gotta hurry up. I gotta get back here. I gotta keep doing this. So it is an insatiable thing about me that I need to create. So what am I going to do with all this stuff once I make it though, right? I'm going to sell it, obviously, or give it away, which I do that a lot. So I'm like, okay, well, how can I turn this thing that I love, this thing that I have this insatiable desire? Obviously, one of my soul's work or jobs to do here. How do I turn it into not only something I can maintain, because crafting supplies are expensive and I go through them. Okay. I got to be able to buy that stuff, keep buying that stuff if I want to keep making things. But also, how can I turn it into healing modalities for people? So how can I give it extra purpose? And this is how my thought processes go, right? Like I start thinking, okay, take something that is my passion and make it helpful and healing for everyone, right? That's what I want to do. That's my whole purpose for being here on this planet. So yeah, that's my desire. Let me acknowledge that that's what I want to do. Let me announce that's what my intentions are. Now what? It's not going to just appear in front of me. I have to do the work to make the manifestation come to fruition. So remember, you guys, when you're pulling the magician card and you're receiving this message, it's time to step into your power. It's time to start creating change or creating something. That is your guides coming through to tell you that it is time to take control. So think about something that you intentionally manifested in your life recently, if you want to share. What have you guys manifested? I manifested a whole business. Okay. I was trying to do one little Christmas show that fell through. And that's the other thing I want to talk about real quickly, you guys. During the process of manifestation, we may put a lot of work and effort towards something, thinking we're going like in the right direction. And then all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out from underneath of us. And we're like, oh my gosh, now what do I do? Like I've been putting all this energy towards manifesting. And now like, what do? I don't have any control over the fact that this is being pulled out from underneath of me, but where do I go from here? Okay. What that means is that your manifestation goals and your pathway are just a little bit out of line, not completely in alignment. Because when you are in alignment, it flows, baby. It's seamless. I am not kidding you. All I had to do was find the right spot for me to sell my stuff, for me to do my work, right? So the Christmas show thing, if I would have done that, it would have probably I would have lost the opportunity that I have right now in the place I'm in. I don't know how I did this other than positive vibes, intentions, putting in the work, but I scored prime real estate in that mall. Everyone that comes into my store, the other shop owners, they all come into my store. They're like, how did you get this spot? The owner of the mall had a store. She's got a couple different stores. She had a store right there. She was selling China dishes and China cups and China stuff in there, teacups and teapots and stuff, right? She emptied her store out and absorbed all that stuff into another store to give me that spot. That would not have happened if the rug hadn't been pulled out from underneath of me, right? So in your pursuit of manifestation, remember when something happens that you're not expecting, maybe the rug gets pulled out from underneath of you. Don't give up on your manifestation. Realign. That's all. Realign and ask your guides to help you. Ask them to steer you in the right direction. That is exactly what I did. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I sat there and cried for about an hour. I did. I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? My house is full of Christmas stuff. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I have sunk a bunch of money into this. What am I going to do? So I cried for about an hour. I had to purge the emotion. And any of you out there who are criers like me, please don't ever apologize for that. All right. There's a reason you are built to cry. When you cry, it's an energetic purge. It's a purge. Your body needs to do it. If you hold it inside, it'll create a blockage. So let it go. Let the tears flow freely. Okay. Some of us chose not to be criers too much, and we are few and far between tears. Some of us cry our eyes out all our life. Okay. I'm one of those. So I cried for about an hour. Oh no, what am I going to do? Oh, okay. So my first thought was, well, I'm just going to find a family out there who can't afford Christmas and I'm just going to give it all to them. That was my first thought. And I'm going to start manifesting a new plan. But it didn't feel right. So I did. I had to make everybody leave and give me some time alone with my guides. And I sat in meditation for 5 or 10 minutes. And I just said, okay, guys, you've never done me wrong. And I know you won't, you never will. So I just need you to give me a little nudge in the right direction and I'll take it from there. Just give me a little nudge and I'll figure it out. And I went back to my table and I started creating again. I just kept on going like nothing, right? Just kept on going. And my friend Jody's sitting there looking at me like, what are we doing? You know, because she was in on this with me. She's like, so we just keep making stuff? And I said, yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep making stuff. And that's what we did. And about an hour later, I started getting images in my mind of an individual who's a good friend of mine. And I'm like, okay, why am I seeing Larry Pratt in my head? That's random. And then, so that's it. That's the only little nudge they gave me, you guys. I had to take it from there. I had to put in the work. So then I had to start connecting the dots in my own head, like I do when I'm reading live and I'm seeing all these images that you guys aren't seeing, but I'm seeing, and I've got to try to figure out what that means while I'm talking and while more images are coming in. I started seeing Larry Pratt and I'm like, okay. So now my brain has to take over. Why am I seeing Larry Pratt? Oh, okay. Larry Pratt had a farmer or goes to a farmer's market where they sell things. Okay, that makes sense. All right, Larry. Hey, Larry, you still going to that farmer's market? Do they allow other vendors in? Right. This was me doing the work. Right, Larry. No, sorry. Nope. The farmer's market shut down 2 years ago. Here's me. Well, why the heck were my guides showing me you? This doesn't make sense. Oh, because my daughter just opened up a store in this place called the Pacific Antiques Mall. And she's got a couple stores open still. So that's how it happens, you guys. That's how manifestation happens. Okay, it's a team effort. Number one, let's just go ahead and drop that in here right now. It's definitely a team effort. We're not going to do it all by ourselves. And it's putting in the work. And the magician is all about that. All right. So let me see who manifested. Does anybody want to talk about something they manifested? Nobody wants to talk about anything they've manifested. Okay, Natalie, Archangel Michael, please follow Natalie today in her car as she drives to go get her boy. You are divinely protected, sister. I wish you the best with your store. Thank you, Andrea. It's doing so good. It's doing so good. It's literally, I'm living my dream, you guys. I'm living my dream. And Black Friday was awesome. I did great. I was so happy. Just barely slid in there on time, literally days before. So I was able to take advantage of all that advertisement that's been out in our community for the Black Friday sales. Awaken says, my new car, Crystal, can't text now. Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, Natalie got a new car. I'm so jealous. Natalie got a new car. All right, so let's move forward, guys. Let's talk about the Magician in reverse, okay? Because every tarot card has a positive and a negative aspect to it. So the Magician, the dark side of the Magician is, and okay, the Magician being the personification of the power of your own thoughts and what you can create. The dark side of the Magician is illusions, right? It is you tricking your own self. Oh, Lisa says, a home for my family when we were desperate. Put it to the universe, then did the footwork. Yes, Lisa. Yes, I love that. See how powerful you are? You manifested a home for your family. That's huge. That is huge. And Natalie, she says, manifested it, vision board. That's right. Your new car. Yes, that is right. Oh my gosh. I did a couple of readings for Natalie because she was having issues with a different vehicle. And they were talking about buying a new vehicle like a year prior. And they I don't know, I might be wrong on some of my time frames, but they tried to like eke out their vehicle and they were dumping a bunch of money into it, trying to make it last and stuff. And she's like, you know what, I'm going to do a vision board. And she made this amazing vision board and then kind of forgot about it. And then a bunch of stuff happened. She ended up getting her car. I did another reading. I'm like, yeah, I think this is the right move for you. Yep, I think this is it. This is the right direction. I think that there's a new car in your future. And then all of a sudden, she texts me and she's like, look, she sends me a picture of her vision board. And there it is, like the exact car that she ended up getting. She had a little picture of it on her vision board. I am not kidding. The same car that she ended up with. So I'm telling you, manifestation is real. It is absolutely real, but it is taking your thoughts, your desires, your intentions, and turning them into reality. Okay, so, and I think it's so cool, Lisa, that you were able to manifest a home for your family. I love that so much. Judy says she manifested my job caring for children. That is such an honorable job, Judy. It's a hard one. I don't think I could do that, to be honest with you. I think I could take care of geriatric, older or sick people before I could take care of children. Although I love being around children, they're being around babies and children, they have such a high vibration, and I love to just soak that up. But childhood for me was a very, very traumatic experience, and I never related to other children, really. I never felt like a child. So I don't know if I relate to little children very well. I don't know if I could do that. That is just so honorable, and it takes a special type of person to be good with children. It's such an important job. Oh my gosh. What could be more important than, working with children and equipping them with the building blocks for their life? That would be very, very. Judy says, Sam says, I love kids. You guys, let me tell you something. If you need a vibration boost, something to just spike your vibration up really quickly, go to TikTok, or go to somebody's child that you know, tickle them and make them giggle. The vibration, the laughter, the vibration of the laughter throws the frequency up. The frequency of their laughter throws your vibration up. It's a spike in your vibration. So like for me, it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I hear a child, even just barely hear a child laughing, it's almost like my soul is pulled to that like a magnet. But yeah, it will spike you up. Go look they make these videos, I've seen them on TikTok, where it's just like 30 seconds of babies laughing their little bodies off, right? just laughing, like gut roll laughing, just one after another after another. Those are so healing. People don't realize how healing that little video, because you cannot watch a baby gut roll laugh and not laugh. And if you can, then you need to take a look, because that is a frequency booster. One of the best. Baby energy, little kid and baby energy, so high vibrational. If it's not, that child is in danger. So that's another thing is, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should put myself to the test and see if I could do some work with children, just to see. I just wonder if it would be effective. I don't know if I'm capable of that. But Judy, that's amazing. Thank you so much for being you. Over 100 children, mostly infants, that grew up with me. I love them all. Oh, that's amazing. You guys know Jenny Prasad. She's another moderator that comes to our lives every once in a while. She also takes care of children. She's a foster mom. She's taken care of a lot of children too. Such an honorable. You guys are earth angels. You know that, right, Judy? That's the earth angels that are here to take care of the children. Those are angels. They have angelic aspects to their soul, to their being. So Lisa Mack says, we did. So one of my favorite jobs. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I got to see what you're talking about there. Now I'm really curious. Me and Lisa work with kids. Okay, I love it. I love it. Wow, Judy, that's a lot. That's a lot. Unfortunately, there are some out there, though, who aren't very nice to the children that they are put in charge of. So, and there's a lot of people like that. I encountered a few of them. You know, I was in the foster care system myself when I was younger for several years, and I encountered some horrible people who were acting as parents. You know, they were just there for a paycheck, I believe. So I'm telling you, you're priceless, Miss Judy. And Lisa and Sam and everyone, you guys, thank you. Thank you. So the dark side of the magician is illusions, is being blocked from your own power, being stuck in like low self-esteem, or something like that, where you just feel like you're not capable. This is the magician card in reverse is like a disconnection from your own personal power. So if you pull the magician card for yourself in reverse, this is telling you need to confront your thoughts that are not serving your highest good anymore. And it's also telling you that it's time to like harness the thoughts. So you might have like 4 million things that you want to do all at the same time, and you can't prioritize them. So you're just not manifesting anything but thoughts. The magician card is coming in to say it's time to harness those thoughts and be mindful of, you know, where your thoughts are dwelling. When you find yourself in those mind loops where it's like, okay, I want to do so many things, but I don't know where to start, because that's a blockage. That is a blockage. You know what I do when I feel like my plate's too overfull and I don't know where to start, where to begin, is I'm a lister. I make lists. So some people have to do that. Some people don't. I will make a list of things from the highest priority down. And rather than looking at the whole big picture, I can break it up into pieces and look at it. I'm only looking at this right now and what I need to do to manifest this, or plant the seed here to get this moving. I'm only looking at this today, you know. That helps a lot for me. And another good way to kind of pull yourself out of a blockage like that is to do something that builds your self-esteem. That could be something as little as going and sweeping off someone's front porch for them. I mean, if you don't have a, like means to, like, say, help out somebody in need, or means to, I don't know, do something that's going to take money, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to build your self-esteem. It's easy to do humanitarian work for free. That the reward, the energetic, gosh, I'm struggling with my words a little bit today. The energetic exchange that comes from doing something out of the kindness of your heart, expecting nothing in return, it is a booster for the self-esteem. The feeling that the receiver has, that energetic vibration, is a self-esteem booster in itself. That's one thing I do. When COVID happened, you guys, I made over 1,000 masks, cloth reusable masks. I made over 1,000 masks in like 30 days time. And I went out to all the nursing homes, all of the adult family homes. I even went to the rehabs in the area. And I handed out for free masks to everybody so they could come out of their rooms and stuff like that. But I didn't ask for anything in return. That helped me with my self-esteem a lot. I believe that, I mean, I felt really good about myself having done that. I felt, so that helps. That's just a suggestion. Okay. Let me catch up here. Sam R says, I loved the not very nice ones, getting them to turn it around. Andrea says her mother taught school for 42 years. Oh, teachers, they fall right in there with the caregivers, the teachers. Oh my gosh, those teachers have the patience of Job. I don't know how they do it. Judy T says, you probably learned to be more loving. You were good with that, Sam. Oh. Andrea says, yes, I lived by a foster mom who was not nice at all. Yeah, some of them are just there for the paycheck and the fact that they can stay home and not have to go do like a job, hands-on job, and they can stay home and then they don't have to pay for childcare. I mean, there's a multitude of intentions behind it, but it's few and far between where the intentions are just purely because I love children and I want the best for them. That's few and far between, and that's Judy's vibe for sure. That's Lisa and Dean's vibe too, and Sam's vibe is you guys all have great intentions for sure. So, okay. So how good are you guys at manifesting intentionally, on purpose? How good are you guys at that? Have you guys, I mean, I'm serious. I'm asking, like, how good are you guys? Do you feel like you're good at making the things happen in your life that you want to happen for you? And if you don't feel like you're very good at it and you do feel like you're failing at it, then I want you to look at those particular things that you're not manifesting real well. Lisa says, still learning, but you've had success. Yes. Awesome. So why does it not happen when we're trying to manifest? Why does it not happen? I personally think it's because there's something out of alignment. There just needs to be an adjustment. And for me, how do I find out what that is? I go to my guides and I go to my cards. And my guides speak to me through my cards, obviously. Even in my mind, they speak to me through my cards. All right, I'm going to show a few more before I pop off here, you guys. I'm going to show a few more of these different magician cards and how they can be a little bit different in the different decks. So this one is the Light Seers deck. I like this deck. Natalie sent me this deck. She purchased, I think it was a set of decks, and they were exactly the same other than just different colors. So she sent me one of them. She's always sending me decks. But this is the Magician card. And this one still has the infinity symbol. I don't know if you guys can see it with my lights. You see it here. Still has the infinity above the hand, but they can look very different. This one has words on the front. It says manifesting reward as the upright and manifesting punishment as the reversal. So yeah, we manifest with our hands. So that makes sense. Here's another one. This is the Omnito deck. This is actually, I think, my newest one. This is my newest tarot. I got it last month. But look at this one. This is called the Starborn Arcana. So it's very modernized, very up to date. But do you see the infinity symbol there? He's got his hand in the ether and another touching the earth. This is as above, so below, bringing thoughts into reality. Let me read that one real quick because I don't think I'm going to read all of them. I think this was the one. Yes. Okay. The upright meaning, the card represents a master of his craft, possessing the ability to utilize all available resources. Now, remember how I was explaining the table in front of him and all those resources and his hand reaching up to the ether? That's all available resources to achieve his goals. It symbolizes willpower, energy, the ability to manipulate energy up to the energy of the entire world. And how do you manipulate energy? By setting intentions. That's how, by setting intentions and putting your energy in that direction. The card depicts a being who controls the elements and the direction of life. It is these qualities that are inherent in the person who receives the Magician card. This person is strong, self-confident, brave, courageous, and not afraid to realize his bold fantasies. Yeah, this is making your dreams come true, being the Magician. What I like about this one with this is the one. Okay, sorry. This is the one I wanted to show in reversal because I like what it says. It says comedic failure. So reverse meaning can be comedic failures, botched tricks, clumsy attempts at wielding magic and your skills. So that's like a hands-on thing, I guess. This magician may turn out to be clumsy, indecisive, or even ridiculous. That's what we're afraid of. That's what holds us back. That's what stops us in action is how people are going to look at us. Are we going to appear ridiculous? Yeah, that is one thing, that a blockage that will happen when you get the Magician card in reverse. It can warn you that your plans may not go as intended and that you should be more careful and curious in your actions as well. So it can also be a warning that maybe you're, dipping your hands into something that's not for you. When you get the Magician card in reverse, it could tell you that your endeavors are not in alignment for your life. It's not for you. This is the wrong path for you. Or, just remind you that you're out of alignment. So, Mama Bear! Yay! Hi, honey. So happy you're here. So happy you're here. Yay. That's okay. That's okay. Let's look at a couple more. I wanted to show this one just because it's super cute. And I like what it says. It says, if I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is because everything would be what it isn't. So I love that. I love that. That's exactly how I feel most of the time. All right. Let's see. Is this the one? Okay. These are two very advanced decks here. The Star Child Tarot and the Age of Aquarius. Very, very advanced. The Age of Aquarius has a whole third arcana in it, which I'm not going to go into until we're done learning the major and minor arcana. And then I'm going to teach you guys about the third arcana, which is basically the star arcana, the universal arcana. For this one, for the Magician, it shows 3 individuals or a person in 3s. Words on the card: manifestation, divine power, and mastery. In reversal, it says manipulation, deception, and coercion. That's why I picked this one, because those are 3 words that I wanted to add in there. The Magician card in reverse could mean that someone is manipulating you. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's what this one pointed out that I haven't spoken on yet. So be careful that manipulation, and this can be emotional manipulation, intellectual manipulation, physical, with tangible things. But be careful because it can also represent manipulation. And the last one I'm going to show is this beautiful Star Child Tarot. Natalie sent this to me for my birthday. So beautiful. And I like this one because there is a chart in here that gives some additional stuff. It says that for the chakras, for the Magician card, it works with the third eye chakra. the 7th chakra, which is the crown. The third eye chakra is an indigo green. I don't know why it points that out, but it does. Crown chakra violet. Also working with the 11th chakra. I don't know if you guys are aware or familiar with the outer chakras. This is pointing out the 11th and the 12th, one being the galactic Akashic, which is the 11th, and the 12th being the source gateway chakra. So those are up above us. So that's the chakras that the magician card is associated with. Gemstones, moldavite, apotholite, quartz, crystal, garnet, fire, opal, amethyst, phantom quartz, black tourmaline, topaz, serpentine, and Lemurian quartz. The astrological or planetary associations are Mercury and Sirius. The symbols for the magician, and these will be symbols you'll find I've found them on across multiple magician cards in multiple decks. They've appeared somewhere. The Merkaba star, tetrahedron, the Metatron's cube, that's this here. Caduceus, the flower of life, the eye of Ra, and Aurora Boreas. Or Ouroboros. I probably said that wrong. Okay, and the guides that you can call in to work with you when you pull a magician card, or the guides connected to the magician card: Uriel, Raziel, Raphael, Thoth, Sonata, Metatron, Enoch, Merlin, King Solomon, Melchizedek, Saint Germain, Hermes, Quetzalcoatl, and Mott. So those are the additional associations with the magician card, you guys. I know that's a lot. Of info, but I think what we should do is go just talk a lot about each card per class, and then I may actually do more than one when we get to the suits. Because I don't know if I have like a whole hour's worth of information per each, like 1, 2, 3, like the numbered cards. So those probably won't be a class per card, maybe a class per few. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, so homework, you guys. A little bit of homework. I need you guys to go in your tarot journal. You guys should have a notebook where you're writing all your notes from these classes. Because I'm always going to give you homework. Yes, Dean, it's a lot to take in. That's why I'm really hoping you guys are taking notes. So here's your homework. So I need you guys to write down 2 questions. The first one is, what do you intentionally want to manifest in your life right now? What do you intentionally want to manifest? Purposefully want. I'm not saying what do you want to change. I'm saying what do you want to manifest? Okay, the 2 very different things. Andrea says, I find it easier to write things down for future reference. Yeah, me too. I have to write. I'm a lister too. I think the reason why that helps some people on a different level is because of the physical aspect of it sinks in. I think writing it down, just using more than one sense, solidifies it. Yeah, and index cards also, that's a good way to learn tarot, to memorize tarot. You guys, you can use them like flashcards. And, like if you have someone who can test you, or you can test yourself, use them like flashcards, have someone tell you what it is, and then, yeah. Or you can make your own flashcards out of index cards. Andrea just said index cards, and that's what reminded me of that. Some people, I know when I was going to college and I was trying to learn medical terminology, which is very hard, I used index cards, flashcards, and my kids. Hi, Noelle. My kids. Noelle says, I'm still trying to remember the fire, air, and water. Fire, air, earth, and water. Yep. So the cups are water. Water symbolizes emotions. So when you receive a a card from the Suit of Cups, it's generally going to have something to do with the emotional aspect. The Pentacles are Earth, and this is physical, tangible things. This is like the physical things in your life. Money. Pentacles very much represents money, and things like that you attain and buy and purchase and get with money. Swords is air, and that is your intellect, your thoughts, your intentions, your strategy. And wands is fire, and this is your creativity, and this is the action behind. So yeah, and you can make little flashcards of what I just said, and and just test yourself on them, and it, repetition creates, it'll stick. That's what I'm trying to say. Still trying to remember the sorry. Okay. So yeah, the second question, you guys, what you are trying to intentionally manifest, the second question is, why are you failing to manifest? What is not in alignment? So if there's something you've been trying and you've been spinning your wheels on, and you feel like maybe you're going to give up, or there's something you want to start and you have like a failure to launch situation happening, my question for you is, what is out of alignment? What is it that's out of alignment that's keeping you from achieving that? And just write those down, your answers. You don't have to do it right now. It might take you a while to come up with your answer. You might need to talk to your guides about the answer and ask your guides to show you the answer on a deeper level. But however, I think by asking ourselves these two questions, it opens doorways for us and kind of energetically sets us in the right direction towards what we're trying to manifest. And yeah, you can always, like like Andrea says, if you want, you can always ask me. I'll always remind you. So you guys, the purple stones, the amethyst, lepidolite, the unicorn stone, the lavender jade, these are great stones to work with when manifesting as well. So they're very good with the intuition. So they help to facilitate a strong connection with your guides, so they can tell you, give you those hints, drop those images of Larry Pratt in your head, and so you can go connect all the dots. I'm telling you guys, we are magicians, all of us. We are. Take that power. It's yours. It's your birthright. Take it and make whatever you want. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. I'm telling you, I am just a little old girl with MS that sits in an apartment in some city amongst millions. And yeah, they told me I'd be in a wheelchair, and that's not my story, right? I make my story and you make yours. So go do it. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys for showing up again for another tarot class. I was going to do a magic trick. This is how transparent I am. I wasn't even going to tell you guys this. So I was going to do a magic trick. I was going to start this live by doing a magic trick. But you guys, I cannot do it. It's this quarter trick thing. And no matter how hard I try, I cannot do it. I am not in alignment with this magic trick. It is not for me. That kind of sleight of hand thing. Yeah, look at my hands. Yeah, not for me. So I'll go make magic in a different way. I'm not going to stop making magic. I'm not going to stop manifesting. I'm just going to realign. So the magic trick didn't happen. But that's all right. You guys showed up anyways. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for trusting and allowing me to share with you how to read tarot, because this is so much fun and I love it. And I appreciate you guys being here. And you are magical, Mama Bear. You are magical. You all are magical. You all are. We just got to own it. And it's really not that hard. And let me tell you guys something. Once you make up your mind, a lot of it is mindset. But once you make up your mind to take that power on and direct it yourself, also don't forget, you need to call on your guides and protectors and your helpers. That's so important. It's a team effort. So it's a team effort. But we are so much more powerful and so much more capable than we give ourselves credit for. So grab your power and manifest, my friends. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for our live again. Oh, okay. I don't want to make false promises, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be coming to do a live on Wednesday next week. So I'm just giving you guys I'll announce this again on Tuesday, but I'm coming to do a live on Wednesday. Unless there's some kind of weird thing happens that stops me, I'm going to do a live on Wednesday, and it's going to be at the store. So I'm going to be at the store doing a live sale from the store. So I'm not sure about, so far I can only ship in the United States. I have to look into shipping outside of the country and see if I can find like a reasonable rate to do that. And just, I have to look into that. But for now, I can ship within the United States. And so, yeah, I'm going to come and do a live and show you guys what I got and let you see how this store looks. So, all right, guys, have a beautiful Sunday. Lifting you all in abundant love and divine light. Blessed be. Bye, guys. Love you.